Hello, I'm Angus. Welcome to a tutorial on preparing church news. First thing I'm going to do in preparing is have a look at what's coming up. Firing up Safari here. Apple computers are the best, of course. We're on an Apple Mac. It's a fairly old one, but still pretty snappy. I'm going to go to Google Docs, which I've already got open in my Coast Life account. And I happen to have a collection here called Church News Stuff, in which I've got the Church News scripts, which is the up and coming, all the ads that are up and coming. I've got the requests, which is a spreadsheet where people request ads and various other things. Church News scripts is the one that we look at to work out what ads are coming up. Now the date coming up tomorrow is the 14th of August here, 2011. This week we've got our intro is going to play. This is for the morning here, this is for the evening, and this is for the web version of Church News. Here's the intro. We've got an ad for Kids Church. It's the last time it's going to play here in the morning because they're doing their thing in the evening. We've got a women's ad. We've got a food safari. We've got Alpha Course. We've got a pre-marriage ad. We've got the usual. These ones over here are the usual suspects. The youth ad. We've got resources, connect groups, Facebook and Twitter, and then we have our ending. So I know that all of these ads for the morning are already done, but in the evening here we have this one, TUT001, which is the Kids Mini Olympics one. We've recorded that in the studio, but we haven't actually turned it into a proper ad yet. It hasn't been created. So what I'm going to do for my next lesson after this is show you how to create this ad TUT001 from a previous ad that we've done by modifying that and bringing in new footage. And then after that I'm going to show you how to assemble Church News using all the different ads that we've got created here, and then I'll show you how to render it and how to export it. So what I'll show you is opening Final Cut Pro here. Normally I've already got it open, but it will usually take 30 seconds to open. What we're going to do is open, go to File, Open, click on that, go to our Coast Life project folder, Project Files down here, put it in alphabetical order. FCP stands for Final Cut Pro, and look for our most recent one. I always name things with this naming convention, 11, 08, 07, and so forth. Probably in the future I'll get rid of the dots out of here. The 2011, 08 because it's August, 07 because the last time we did Church News was the 7th. And the reason why I do it backwards like this is so that when you put it according to name, it will go in order. Otherwise, if you had the 07 at the start, each 7th of the month would go in the beginning there. Anyway, you'll get what I'm talking about one day. So last week's one that I was working on was this one here, 110807 version 2. I will choose that and open it. So the computer's working away, opening the project. It's fairly sizable, so it will take a few moments for it to open. Here it is, opened, and you can see here, I'll just close all this stuff down. The basic stuff that I've got in here is ad sequences and Church News assembly sequences. The Church News, this is where I assemble all the ads together, and this is where we create our ads. So these are the ads here, and then when they're rendered out, I bring them back in, and here they are here. So for instance, here's an ad that we worked on, pre-marriage ad. Double click on the picture and you can see, make sure the caps lock's off. You can see here marriage. It can be like this, or this, or. And you might notice when you play it that it plays a bit sort of jumpily and skippily. That's because the computer doesn't have the speed to be able to play the all the different stuff in this ad at once, which is why we render. This orange bar up here indicates that that it needs to be rendered before it will play properly. So for instance, if I render this section in here by pressing Command R, and I'll just cancel halfway through, you can see that it creates a blue line here. So some of this has been marriage. It can be like this. Anyway, so, but the first thing that I always do before I do anything is do File, Save As, and I'm going to go straight to my new naming convention. Actually, delete these full stops because they're annoying, and I'm sorry I ever did them. So the 14th is the church news we're going to be doing. So we're doing church news for the 14th and press save. So you can see we're now on 11:08:14 church news. So I'll just close this by right clicking and choosing close tab. We've got to create a new ad, and that will be in our next tutorial.